Welcome back, everybody. It's been like less than 10 seconds since last we saw you. Namely, because we're gonna keep playing tonight. So, very quickly, I'm gonna take a bathroom break and then we'll discuss exactly what we're gonna be doing in this particular sesh. Level 24. I would have thought a little bit lower than that. Oh well. Anyway, I will be right back and then we'll go ahead and actually get started proper. That I accidentally bumped my controller when I went to go pick it up. Right, so last time we did Chapter 7, we've got all the star points. We even opened the door to the Palace of Shadow. But of course, there's some other stuff that we have not finished up. We've collected all the Shine Sprites in the game. We're fully ranked up on everybody. There's no more of those to pick up. We're good on that front. However, that doesn't mean that we've picked up everything, of course. There's still quite a few things that we have not done. Most of the catalog has been done, but of course we have not gone through Chapter 8 nor the Pit of 100 Trials, so we are still missing some things. We don't have all the badges. Again, some of these will be in the Pit of 100 Trials, some of these will be in Chapter 8, and some of them we probably could get right now and I just genuinely have not gotten. We do have all the Crystal Stars. This is the Trouble Center notes. We haven't finished the Trouble Center. I did half of the Trouble Center already, and then we might do the other half here. The recipes we've done very little with, admittedly. Oh, and the space food is a recipe. Made by mixing a dried bouquet with various foods. Oh, okay, well, that's how you would do that, I suppose. If you want to get the dried bouquet, I know you can get that from the bulb that you gave the hot dogs. You can just trade them a hot dog for the dried bouquet, or you could just go and sleep at the inn that's in Fahr Outpost and get it that way, I suppose. Let's see. Sound Gallery, you unlock all the stuff here by getting all the Shine Sprites. We have all those. But the Art Gallery is with the star pieces, so we haven't done all the star pieces either. So the first thing I'm going to do before any of that, though, is go and unlock the warp to what I assume is Fahr Outpost, since there's already a warp down here to get back to the X-Naut Fortress. I gotta assume they wouldn't put them that close together. And then I'll pull up a list of all the badges and whatnot, and we'll figure out where to go from there. We'll basically have as optimal as a setup as possible going into the final chapter. There you go. There's the 7th and final warp. Based on the fact that it's got snow all around it, I gotta think it's Fahr Outpost. And sure enough, it is. Alright, awesome. That is all those taken care of. You don't have to jump in the pipes to make them appear like you did in the original Paper Mario 64, but I always like to double check. Because really, why run the risk? Because then if you did actually have to go all the way there and all the way back, that would kind of bite. So let's just not have that happen. Alright, first thing I want to check before pulling up any lists is just to see if there's any badges in the badge shop that we don't have. I could get a couple of them potentially right there. Got 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Any of these that I don't have? No, I do have all those. Okay, so nothing in the badge shop, at least right now that I know of, that I can pick up. I do think I want to start with getting all of the star pieces, because getting all the star pieces that I can possibly get will enable me to get a couple badges that I don't have, because I'm sure some of those you can only get by trading. So, we're going to start with the star pieces. So, let's pull that list up. Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door, star pieces. Alright, so one of the ways to check your star pieces is you can go to the map. You can check them right here. See how many you got. We're starting with Rogueport. Want to make sure. I don't think there's any differences between 1,000-Year Door, the original on GameCube, and 1,000-Year Door on Switch. I could be wrong about that. I'm not 100% sure. I also know that this is showing specifically Rogueport, so that could include the sewers. That could potentially include the Palace of Shadow. I don't think it does because this exists. Oh, yeah, because Rogueport Underground is different. So I'm just going to go with these straight in order. If it's an area we've already collected them, I'll explain where they are, but I'm not going to go back if it's got 100%. There would be no point in doing that. So, Rogueport. First one is here. It's behind these crates. You can pick that up right when the game starts. Switch on to Yoshi. Because I assume these are just like from earliest access to latest access. Number 2, whenever you get your coin stolen, you go back to find this guy. There's one back here. You can pick this up. We already got that one. Number 3. This is actually technically number 4, but this one is easier to show where it is. Behind Frankly's house, on top of this crate right here, you can get that one. That one is as early as available as possible. The reason that I did that one before is because A, it was closer, and B, I don't think you can actually get the third one that they're pointing out here right out of the gate, because you need Yoshi to get across. There's one back here I didn't pick up? No, I did get that one. Oh, no, you can get it. I'm thinking of a different one. Well, let's go ahead and shelf number 3, then. Number 3 is on Zesty's house. You can just go up here once the badge shop is... Or not once the badge shop is unlocked. You can do this immediately, because the end's already open. Stop up here, and it is, like, roughly right here. You might have to move around a bit, but I've already collected that one, so that's why it's not going to show up. The 4th one, again, is on top of a crate behind Professor Frankly's house, and that is all the ones that it's showing right now in Rogueport specifically. Now, we're going to move to Rogueport Sewers. I want to make sure that there's not... Yeah, it looks to be the same amount of star pieces total, which is 100, so I think we're good. Alright. Rogueport Sewers. There are 2 here, at least showing in the order for this guide. The first one is directly behind the person that trades you the star pieces, behind this pillar. The second one is a little bit harder hidden initially, but you can also get it initially, which is in the sub-level 3 of the Rogueport Sewers, where you find Punio and you go into Chapter 2 that way, and it is also one room before where you would go to the 1,000-Year Door. Hello? Thank you. There's a giant yellow block. You don't have to destroy the yellow block to get to the star piece. You can just go behind the yellow block and kind of hug the pipe, and it's right here. That's the other one. So that's all for the prologue star pieces. Again, there will be more. In fact, I might actually... Yeah. I think I'm going to stick with the Rogueport ones, and I'll go out of order on this list here, but we'll stay in Rogueport until I've gotten everything in Rogueport. That seems the most reasonable thing to do. But I'll mention after clearing Chapter 1, after clearing Chapter 2, whatever, this is when you would be able to get these. So, this next set is after clearing Chapter 1. which is Petalburg / Hooktail's castle. There are 4 that you can collect. The first one is behind Admiral Bobbery's house. You've got the ability to go flat, so you can actually get back here. And just behind this barrel right here. You just go and touch it, you got it. Done. The remaining 3 pieces are all in West Rogueport, which you would now have unlocked after Chapter 1 because you were able to get the contact lens in, give that to Zesty, and she would enable you to pass through to the west side of Rogueport. But none of these require any abilities in order to get. First one is back in this corner, behind the low wall to the south of the entrance of Rogueport's west area, right here. The next one is hidden right here, behind this pipe. And the third and final one is behind this trash can, right here. Going back into the sewers, since they're kind of interlinked, we'll just keep doing this, because again, this is after beating Chapter 1. I'll never understand if I'll truly get used to, having to hit A to get in those pipes, but oh well. Actually very much took the long way. I should have gone through the door rather than taking all the pipes and jumping down. Oh, I ended up way off. Let's just take the other one because that will be faster than going back down that pipe, I'm pretty sure. Let's go here. Alright. Now that you have the ability to go flat, you can get through to the west side of this. You don't have to have this pillar exploded, but you can reach over here through the other side now. The first one after clearing Chapter 1 is behind this little set of obstacles right here. Oh, right there. That was one of the ones we didn't have. Was that the one that we were missing, out of curiosity? Oh no, there's still plenty that we're missing in the sewers. That was one of them, though. The other one I am certain that we do have. Because it's back behind this pillar right here. I'm very certain we picked this one up already. Yep. And the third one... Oh no, there are 4. My mistake. We'll show the fourth one first, between these two. Is right here, behind this little wall. And the final one that you can pick up in the sewers after clearing Chapter 1... He didn't manage to get me there. Is in the room where the Pit of 100 Trials begins. It is behind this staircase right here. After clearing Chapter 2, there are no additional star pieces in Rogueport that you can obtain, but there are some in the sewers, so we'll start there. The big thing with Chapter 2, of course, is that you've got the ability to spin jump, which now means that you can ground pound and get the panels. I'm glad it didn't count that, because I really didn't want to have to deal with that guy. So, the first one is in the sewers, right here, right after you have where the entrance is, or where you come back. You ground pound there and get it. This next one I'm actually pretty sure we don't have, but it's nearby, so it shouldn't be too hard. And The reason why is there, other than the star piece, there is no reason to go back into this room. It's where the black chest is that gives you your ability to turn into a paper airplane in the prologue. Come back in here and ground pound. There it is. Up next, and I'm pretty sure we do have this one. Is in the room of the Thousand-Year Door itself, just a little south of this fallen pillar. There's another star piece. I thought we did have that one. I was pretty sure we did. I guess not. And one last one that we can collect that, again, is a hidden panel. Is in sub-level 1. Taking the normal entrance that you do when you first come here. It is in that room. That Magic Koopa just looks so confused. He didn't know what was going on. Always like trying to get around the Hammer Bros. They're much easier than the Koopa Trolls because they don't move, they just throw things at you. Yep, here it is. This room right here. This little sunken area divot thing is right here. Oh, there are some you can get in Rogueport. It just shows the sewers first. That's odd, but okay. Well, let's go back up to Rogueport then. Unsurprisingly, the first 3 that I'm looking at are all panels that you can ground pound. I'm pretty sure we only have one of these first 3 that I'm looking at. Because I completely forgot that there was a panel in front of Frankly's house. Didn't remember that one at all. We passed that one several times and could have gotten it. The second one I do remember, but I did not remember to get it. But I do remember seeing this one. Which is behind Zesty's house. We've talked to the Goomba that's back here a couple times for some of the Trouble Center stuff. There's one. Oops. Too busy scrolling down on the guide here. Number 3, which I know we've gotten this one, is right in front of the noose. Number 4 is in Rogueport Harbor. Or whatever number we're on, rather. We'll say it's 4. Why not? It's right here. I'm gonna talk to this guy real quick, just see if he's got anything. We don't have any Mega Rush badges, I'll take that. Alright, next flipped panel is in West Rogueport. I'm pretty sure we do not have this one. It's right in front of the parlor. Thankfully, though, the next 3, I'm all pretty confident, like 90% confident, that we have all 3 of these. So the first one is on the far side here by the train. Yep, we do have that one. The next one, this one varies very slightly between the Switch and the GameCube version, since this guide shows it all pointed out when that's the case. In the GameCube version, yep, thank you. In the GameCube version, it is under a panel on the right side of the pipe. Or sorry, on the Switch version is. On the GameCube version, it's behind the pipe itself, right here. I don't know why they changed that, but yeah, there is a change there. And there's one more in the sewers that is disjointed, so apparently we're just going to kind of be doing both this and the Rogueport sewers. I don't... Oh, no, I do know where that is. Okay. I don't ever go in that area, but I do recognize where that is. If you only have cleared Chapter 2, you'll have to take the west side entrance to the sewers to get here. If you've got Bobbery, otherwise you can go in from any entrance. We have not gone up here yet to mess around all that much, but I believe it's in this left room right here. Yep. This is apparently Wonky's house. There's a piece of star there. I think it's this guy that they're referring to. Yep. May not look like much, but I know a thing or two, you better believe it. And who knows, the stuff I know may even be stuff that could help you. So if you want to ask me a question, just speak up and ask away. If you pay me 5 coins, I can tell you about whoever's private life. I'm good. So maybe a weird hint system a la Hintman from Earthbound. Not completely sure there. Let's see. Still in the sewers, but now this is after having cleared Chapter 3, which is Glitzville. In the background back there where that yellow dot is, there is normally a star piece. You can access that now with a pipe on the west side of this room. You know where that is. You've seen me pick this one up, so no need to worry about that one. That was the wrong pipe to take. I didn't mean to go that way, but we're here now. Get out of there. There are 2 more in Rogueport, and for this chapter, and I believe I've gotten both of these. After I finish all these ones in Chapter 3, I'll check and see if I've got 100% in Rogueport or in the sewers. Probably not, but it's possible. The 2 available in Chapter 3, which the big thing here seems to be that you have Yoshi. In order to get to both of these, you would need Yoshi. In order to get up here, one of them is this panel right here. I always point this one out because this is one that a lot of people miss. But it's one of the few I remember. And the other is behind the chimney in at Bobbery's house. It's right here. So we've gotten both of those. 94%. And we've gotten all the underground ones, so I will just mention them in the sewers from now on, rather than us going back down there to try to hunt for them. Chapter 4 does not have any new star pieces that are obtainable in Rogueport sewers or Rogueport itself. Chapter 5 has 1 that is available to you. I know for a fact we've already gotten that one. That's the one that I mentioned that has the area of, like, it's very sleepable. You take the boat. I can show where the panel is. You take that boat panel down there, or rather the one that's back here. You go all the way around, go all the way to the left, back to where the boat initially dropped you off at the very beginning of the game, and there's a piece of star hidden behind a barrel there. That is the only one that's available for Rogueport. There's none for the sewers after Chapter 5. After clearing Chapter 6, there is 1 available in the sewers. I know I've picked that one up as well. You have to spring jump to that. It is in the sub-level. I'll at least... Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and show where this is. Not the full thing, but give you an idea of where to go. It's where you fought Blooper in order to get to where the Petalburg forest/meadows is. So again, because at this point you're probably used to taking the warp. From the normal way that you would go in here. You take this pipe over to the right. And you would use this to spring jump. You would go all the way across. There's a pipe at the end, and there's a little house at the end. It's got a hammock with a star piece. You literally could not miss it. It's sitting in plain sight. That's it for Chapter 6. After clearing Chapter 7, there does not appear to be any new ones. So that should be it? Question mark? Yet I'm still missing one in Rogueport? I'm still missing one in Rogueport. Interesting. Well, we'll keep clearing out the rest in the meantime and just see if anything else comes up. Let's take a look at... Okay, so this is the... Okay, cool. So, starting with Chapter 1. Petal Meadows, I've already gotten everything here, but I'll go over them very quickly. When you go to the pipe, when you're taking the normal pipe, not the warp, hit the tree on the far left. That's one of them. In the background, whenever you have to go in the background to hit a switch, go back there and go to the far right. You'll find one. In a clump of grass to the east of Petalburg, heading to Schwank Fortress, there's one. Which would be this one, I suppose. Schwank Fortress does not have any. That's why it looks like this. It does say Petalburg has some, though, so I should probably go there and see where I can find them. And then Hooktail's Castle will do that next. But we'll start with going to Petalburg itself, which I should have just stayed... Well, nah. Probably faster to take the warp. That would just take us straight there. Wouldn't have to go through the meadows. Not that they're too terribly hard to avoid the enemies or would take a terribly long amount of time, but still. In fact, it ultimately probably is roughly the same speed, but maybe a little bit faster to do this. So there's 2 in Petalburg, and you do have to have the spin jump. You would have had to clear Chapter 2 in order to get both of these. That's why we didn't pick them up the first time, because we could not have gotten them the first time. I could have gotten these since, though. Alright. First and foremost... This is listed second, but it's closer to me, so I'll go with that one. There's a panel right here, which is on the very east side of town, right before the gates, just south of them, heading to Schwank Fortress. As is tradition, I must grab this Koopa Leaf. Never know when you might need it. I think you might also, like the first game, be able to use the hammer now that I've got the upgraded hammer to flip those panels over. I guess not. You can just make it where you can see that they're shaking. The other one is on the area where you gave the hot dogs to the Bulbul, if you've done that part of the Trouble Center. It's just south of the shop, where the little chocolate bar bridges are. And you can spin jump there and get those. And I think those are the only 2, correct? Those are the only 2 in Petalburg. So there you go. That is all for those. So let's head out of here and go to Hooktail's Castle and get all of those cleaned up. Is there a spot on the thing that just shows you how many star pieces you have total? I guess not. Figured it might say, like, 73 out of 100 or whatever. I guarantee you at least one of these is going to be like, you had to come back here after getting the spin jump or getting the ultra hammer or whatever. There's no way you could have gotten all these in one go. With how often you have to backtrack here for other stuff. Yep, there's some for Chapter 1, and there's some for Chapter 2. There's 4 for Chapter 1. Alright. Oh, right, there was that one I missed, and then I was playing on my other file, and I was like, oh, that's how you do that, I'm an idiot. So I know we need to get that one. I actually have to do this. I could just use Yoshi, but it's fine. I'll try to do these in as best an order as I can, but I'm looking at 2 separate sections, so I'll probably just go in order with the list that it gives me here. It will be easier that way for me. So the first one is in here. Since I'm busy dodging the enemies. It is in the room where you've got the bridge, where the stairs that you can flip back and forth using that red switch that's over there. Oh, the ones that we're referring to, by the way, you can get these during Chapter 1. I'll let you know whenever we move over to, you have to have the spin jump or whatever to do this. You have to have cleared Chapter 2. But these are all ones you can get in Chapter 1. Use this yellow block, jump up here, go across the end, and it's somewhere on this little platform. It's like right here, I think, technically. But yeah, that's where that one is. The other one, which we absolutely could have picked up when first coming here, and I was stupid and couldn't figure it out, is in the same room. You need to hold coops down while the purple block is already on the ground, and then get on the purple block and cause it to rise up, and then go through the doorway. I didn't even see that hole there when we first came here. But yeah, that's how you get that star piece. I know, dumb. Extremely dumb. Like, off the chart dumb. And I did not realize that. That's 80. Okay, so we're going to be missing one more. The other two are a little bit farther along. And I'm very sure we have both of these. I don't think it's either one in here. These might be when we have to come back later for another section, but I don't think. But let's see. Yeah, I don't think that's the way to go for showing off these Chapter 1 ones. I assume since these are, like, Chapter 1, these are going in relative order of how you'd be clearing through the castle with what you have at the time, so... Did I never end up getting this badge, by the way? Because I did figure out on my other file how to get this. I did not, so I'm going to pick that up while we're here, too. Alright, so in this room, with all of the bridges you have to activate or, like, jump into the background with. You jump into the background, you go to the far right. There's the star piece right there. That one we've already picked up. Again, I'm very sure on both of these that we've picked both of these up. But for the record, that's how you would get them. In the room just to the left of that, if I remember correctly. Nope, never mind. It's not just to the left of that. We need to go a little bit higher in the castle. I'm surprised he did not manage to get me into that fight, but somehow he did not. You know what we could actually do? We've got first attack. Also, apparently first attack doesn't cause any BP. But yeah, that's how it works. Still get the money too, but don't have to fight him. So that's a nice plus. I don't know if it means they can drop items or not, but... I'm guessing not, since they're only dropping a coin, and with Item Hog, I feel like one of them had a pretty good chance to by now, but... Don't quote me on that. It'll make going through here easier, though, so we're not getting stuck into fights that are woefully under-leveled enemies for us at this point. So going up here to do the paper airplane, you could literally see it in the background from here. You would just go through to the left, go thin, go past the paper airplane, go past the gate, and then take a right and go back down to that. And that's how you would get it. The other ones from Hooktail's castle. Make sure. Yep. This is Chapter 2. There we go. Yeah. This is in Chapter 2, so you will have had to have gotten the spin jump by this point. Can't get this otherwise. And this is going to be the remaining one that I'm missing, I can guarantee you, because I didn't remember this one at all. But I do know where this is. This is towards the very beginning, where I said we might have to come back here for, well, no, it's actually not even there. It's even earlier than that. Dude, I will fight you. I don't. I'm gonna do the ultimate dick move here. I'm gonna run away. And then kill him with a first strike. In this room right here, heading back, where you had to go flat and go through the wall like this in order to get a key, in order to progress, on the left side, the ground pound, star piece. And if I can get through the wall, thank you. That should be... Yep. All the star pieces in Hooktail's castle, and based on the art gallery, that is all the star pieces from Chapter 1. So now you can view the art. I know most people don't care about this stuff. I actually love looking at like the concept art and background stuff like this. I think it's fascinating, even though I'm not an artist myself. So I'm just gonna like quickly flip through these. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can of course pause the page, because like you don't get to see the Hooktail room where you fight Hooktail. You don't get to see it looking fully like this at any point. The camera doesn't pull back far enough. So I like the concept art like this just fascinates me. And it's probably because as a writer, like I'm constantly thinking of how it looks in my head. Like even though I'm not an artist in terms of drawing, like how it would look if I could draw it. So to me, that stuff is fascinating. I'm willing to bet most people do not give a single crap about it, but I care about it immensely. All right, let's get out of Hooktail's castle. I don't think we ever have to... Oh, no, wait. There is one more thing we need to do. I even said we need to go and do it, and we didn't do it. Is to go and get that, that badge. I don't even know if that's one that I have or not, but I want to make sure that we don't have to come back here a fourth or fifth or however many time to go and get that. Going to be towards the end of the trek up to the castle, I would wager. Oddly enough, I think this might actually be the... let's see if I can just determine what this is. It's a partner badge, obviously, because it's got the smiley face on it. If I've just got the normal one of that, then I can tell. That is Last Stand Partner, and I already have that badge. Let me show that again right here. Just to prove once and for all. So there's Last Stand Partner, there's Last Stand. It's just like a circle, because it's one of those orange ones of like when you're in danger or peril. So, like, the normal one's just a circle. This one's got the little smiley face. That's the circle with the smiley face. I'm not going to waste my time going to get that. I do want to get all the badges, but I mean, like, just one of every badge. I'm not going to go and pick that up and waste even more time. Speaking of wasting time, can I please just jump down this? There we go. Alright, we're done with Chapter 1, which is good. From there, once I get back to the warp, so I'll probably go back to Petalburg and just go through the warp. Well, no, I should actually probably take the normal path, because there could be stuff in the path to Boggly tree that I might have missed. Speaking of missing, of course I can always check that too, and see if I did not get everything. But we'll at least leave the castle before I do that. Alright, let's take a peek here. Where's the Boggly Woods section? Where's that butt-ass Ugly Woods at? There it is. There's the butt-ass Ugly Woods. I do know that there is one in Flurrie's house, and we do need to pick that up. We've gotten all the ones that are identified as Boggly Woods rather than the Great Tree, so very quickly I'm going to go over those but not show where each of them are. Oh, it even shows you the statistics here. So Chapter 2 has 10 star pieces. There's 3 in Boggly Woods, 1 in Flurrie's house, and 6 in the Great Tree. That's nice that they do that. Alright. For Boggly Woods, first one. Where you have to hit the switch to make the pipe go up higher so that your paper airplane can make it across. Where you hit that switch, it is literally just to the left of that. Just keep moving to the left and it'll be right there. It's literally on screen where that switch is. Second one is where Flurrie's house is in Boggly Woods in the background. One of the trees has one in there. Also in that area where you have to go paper, where you have to go flat and then get through that thing of the little black and white reeds. Go to the far left in the front part of that. There's a star there, or star piece there, rather. That's referring to Rogueport sewers. So yeah, it's just those three. So what we need to do now is go to Flurrie's house. I'm trying to think which way would be faster. It's probably to... Yeah, it's probably faster to take the warp. It's probably faster. Joke's on you. I'm not waiting for that, sucker. I don't think there was any point other than getting this one star piece that you ever go back to Flurrie's house for any reason after having the super boots. Because you get them in this chapter, yes, but whenever you're initially getting Flurrie as a party member, you do not yet have it. So I don't think you would ever go back here other than the star piece. There's a chest in a room that's got a badge, but I already picked that up. You can get that the minute you get Flurrie. So you would still be in the house. I'm glad that I'm not have to go back through the woods again and hunt for all the star pieces, though. That's a very nice surprise. I figured both the tree and the woods, or the meadows, whatever you want to call it, were ones that I was going to have to backtrack through, which I only have to do to get to Flurrie's house, so yay. Also, don't mind me just temporarily pausing, because I just now noticed... Don't mind me just banning a couple bots. There we go. Those will disappear very quickly. Don't you just love those? That's a lie. I don't think anybody likes bots. Not that I can both play and check the statistics at the same time, but the first attack thing did have me wondering, like, how it determines if an enemy that Mario fights is so weak that first attack will defeat it. I'm sure some of it's probably, like, his level, stats, health, stuff like that. I'm sure there's a way it determines it. I would assume at, like, high 20s by this point it wouldn't consider anything... Like, maybe Chapter 5 is probably the point where it would start considering enemies like that to not be killed by the first strike. Alright, Flurrie's house. There we go. Okay, it is in a room. Couldn't remember if it was here or there. I probably would have been faster for me to just check. But yeah, it is in Flurrie's bedroom. In the one spot where one of those panels could fit. And yeah, there's also the chest with the badge if you didn't pick that up. So if you want to 100% getting the badges in any location, probably the fastest one to do would be that one. Because there's only the one. There you go. 100%. 100%. Now I just need to go to the Great Tree. Which it looks like of the 6 we've gotten 4. And it's probably just ground pounding in some areas that after I got the boots I either didn't visit or was like dealing with the timer that they give you with Lord Crump and couldn't be bothered in that exact moment. Get juked, nerd. I can see one of these I definitely know we did not get, but I know exactly where that is. Okay. would you look at that? We've got room to pick up one of those eggs. Hi, Petoonie. Just realized it's also all the second options for picking. Oh, it's not. Can I do it again? Thought I picked it correctly. Oh, it's not the second one for all of them. So it's 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 2, 2. Oh no, that is. Oh, because it's the most, not the best. Even though I feel like both of those would still be the same answer. So it's 1, 2, 2, 1. Got it. That's what I get for just mashing through it. 2, 2, 1. Yep. Okay. Now we've got that. Let's see. Okay. The first one I'm pretty sure we have. I'm just gonna like very quickly look through these and see if there's ones that I'm pretty sure I don't have those. Is there any I have to come back for much later? No, there's not. Okay. So you can get all these on your first run through. You might have to backtrack once you get the boots, but you can get them all in one go. Yep, you can. I'm going to try to guess which of the other ones of these two that I'm missing is. I know for sure what one of them is, but I'm going to guess on the other one. And see if I can get it right. Because if I'm right, then I can just explain where the rest of them are instead of having to travel all around to remember which is which. Hi. I don't want to fight you. I'm hoping First Strike will kill these as well. Oh, well, that's nice. Now I can leave with full health, I guess. Okay, good. It does delete those. Excellent. So I really did not want to have to deal with those. I think I actually needed to go down to the far right in this area. Was there a pipe down there? It was. Oh, right. You guys are actually, like, just hanging around now. Well, since I'm already here, we might as well go over the ones that I'm pretty sure I picked up. The first one in this twisting arrow path where you fight the jabby squadrons on either side in the room to the left and the right. If you fell down here, where there's not a piranha plant anymore, that's nice. One of these bushes will have a star piece in it. So no ground pounding required, it'll just be in one of these. I'm very sure we've already picked this one up. Oops. So, of course, it is not there. This is the store, if I remember correctly. Yep. You know what? Actually, really quickly, we're here. Let's buy a mystery. Let's buy 2 mysteries, actually. There we go. I think this is the other one that I was looking for. Yeah, I think it's this. Oh, maybe I did get them all. It looks like, based on the image, it's this bush right here, but checking all the bushes right here in this room where you're leaving whenever you're dodging the timer that Lord Crump has set because you're following him out of here. That's where one of the star pieces is, as you can tell. That one is not there. out. Whoops. Good thing that pipe is still there, otherwise you'd just be stuck forever. I guess it would be a spot you couldn't get to at all, really. I'm trying to find, like, some semblance of a good path here. Like, is it low to high? Is it following the order? I don't know if there really is a good option, per se. It's probably, honestly, going low to high, but there was no easy way to get to the lowest section first. But now we can just go low to high. It'll be a little bit easier that way. Sorry about destroying that nest. Kind of surprised you haven't tried to build it back in some capacity. This is not one of the rooms, I don't think. This is where you would get the boots. Let me double check, make sure. No, it's none of these. Okay. I'm pretty sure I know what the other one is, but I'm not completely certain. We don't need anything in here. Could have sworn there was a star piece in here, like, just as a whole, but it's not even showing one on this list, so maybe not. There was a badge, I know that. But no star piece. Alright. Let's check the other side, where the 100 nest was. That guy is not in a great position to get around him without falling. Nice try. Okay, this should be another one, I think, coming up here. Yep. In this room right here, this is the room directly to the left of where Lord Crump traps you. There's a star piece behind this pipe. We've already gotten this one. But just for reference's sake, yeah, here's the trap. But I think one of the ones we're missing is in this pipe down here. This is where you would go to undo the trap. No, we're not missing that one, but there is another star piece behind this pipe as well in the room that gives you the passcode to tell you how to get the... That's not a fake wall? Are you sure? I probably checked that my first time in here, but man, that looks like a fake wall. Okay, so we know it's not that. So it's got to be in these last two, I think. Yeah, it has to be those last two. Those are the only two we haven't checked. Okay. And both of those are towards the top of the tree. So I don't need to fall down that and take the rest of the pathway, because that would take you to the end of the area where the crystal star was, and none of the star pieces are there. So I'm not even going to bother going that way. If one of these two is not the right one, then genuinely I'm going to be lost on where the remaining one I'm missing is. I know for a fact one of these, though. Like, that one, even looking at the picture, I'm very sure I did not check that. Paying more attention to that other one, though. Speaking of paying attention to what I'm doing, hi. Yeah, no thanks. I didn't even see you were there. High alert for those things now. I guess they do keep some of the enemies in here because they do say, like, oh, they all live together, so. We just keep going up. This looks like one of them. Yep, here it is. So this is the room directly above the entrance to the Great Tree. Please tell me there's a star piece here. Okay, good. Oh, making me nervous. That's one of two missing, and like I said, I know where the last one is that we're missing. I also know that I just slipped my thumb off my joystick there. Whoops. This might be the wrong way to get there. I might be taking an incorrect path, but I do know what room I'm looking for and where it is in that room. Nope, this is correct. The cells where the punies are being held, in the blue cell where the high majority of them are being held, right in the center. Ground pound, star piece. Anything to say about these cells? Maybe some way we can use this cage without getting locked in. Yeah, there's probably something you could do with it. I check after I hop out of this pipe that we are done with the Great Tree and therefore do not have to come back here. That's looking like it. That's all of Chapter 2. Let's look at the art for it. Good old butt-ass ugly woods. It looks a lot prettier in those pictures, I'm not gonna lie. It looks a lot nicer. I love that picture in the top right there. That's a really nice one. They went with the old changing it from black to purple for obvious reasons. Also very Pikmin-esque with having like the little different things the punies had on their head, but they're kind of like from the tails rather than the heads in a couple of these shots. Looks like there was initially designed to be a fourth Shadow Siren, or they were just going through different designs, maybe. Alright, let's get out of the butt-ass ugly woods in the butt-ass ugly tree. At least getting out is relatively easy thanks to the little markers. You can just look for first floor and then just go left. And that's how you get out. Any chance you'll let me take another quiz real quick while I'm here? Nope, didn't think so. Alright. It was worth a shot, but I kind of figured that wasn't going to work. Okay. Before we hop in the pipe, let's take a look. So yeah, 100, 100, 100. Moving on to number 3. Glitzville and Glitz Pit. So Glitzville is done. We've gotten everything there. The Glitz Pit, 80%. So we're probably missing one. It's likely 1 out of the 5 that are there. That'll be easy enough. Let's go on over. Again, I'll very quickly run through the Glitzville ones. So Glitzville, in the juice bar, behind the things of different juice on the far left, would be one of them. Behind the phone booth is another. You can literally see that, and you know where that is because you had to use it for the story. Behind the east set of plants, you can see them in the background from where I am standing right now. The east set of plants, behind one, there's one there. Or behind them, there's one there. The one that I toilet paper rolled for earlier that's up there, where you can see the bottom half of Rockhawk on that picture, that's where one of them is. And there's a panel right here. You can ground pound and get one there. And that's all of them for Glitzville. Hi, what are you doing here? Well, this is no good. No one will solve my trouble. Ah, so you've got a thing going on. Well, we'll see that at a later point when we do the Trouble Center, but not right now. For the Glitz Pit, and I'm pretty sure this is the one I'm missing, is actually this first one right here, which is right here. Right when you walk in. Right in the first floor lobby. The remaining ones, I'm going to double check and make sure that that's the last one that we need. Which, based on the art gallery, it's looking like it is. The remaining ones for the Glitz Pit are in the first floor of the storage room. You ground pound, and it's right there. Behind the boxes where you would find Yeah. Going up the stairs and in the boxes on the right-hand side, there's one. There's one behind the plant in Grubba's office. There is one, or Grubba/Jolene's office now, I guess. There's one in the desk drawer of Grubba/Jolene's office. And those are where all the ones there are. So let's look at the Chapter 3 art. What is that? That looks like it says Colin's Town. Now it looks like Oolong Town, I guess. I don't know what that's supposed to say. There's the blimp. Some pictures of how this all looks. I love that top right one there. You can kind of see the weird way you don't normally see it. All the GBAs, yeah. A little thing powering Macho Grubba, the different rooms. I like how the room's all lit up on the bottom left one versus the right one where you kind of just have the gold glow. Different versions of the characters, the different Yoshis. I wonder if they went through different design styles for the Yoshis and were like, you know what, let's just like do all of them. We'll make them all look slightly different with different colors. That'd be kind of cool. Well, that didn't take too terribly long, thankfully. How are we doing on star pieces now? 21. Nice. I think we could get most everything from that girl that trades him now. Not everything quite yet, but pretty close. Alright, Creepy Steeple/Twilight Town. Wow, we are not doing great in Twilight Town. We have them all on Twilight Trail, though, so that's good. So we'll start with Twilight Town itself, and then we'll go up to the Creepy Steeple. Since the warp will take us to Twilight Town, that just makes more sense. Hello? Thank you. Also, while we're in Twilight Town, I might check some of those Ultra Mushrooms in the shop if I've got the space for it, so that I've got some free room here. If I don't have the free space, I guess I'll just hang on to them. We'll see. Oh, right, I forgot about this. Yeah, whenever everybody, like, turns back into normal, it turns out that the pig that was in the shop actually was not her husband, which is really funny. Okay, good, I do have some space to store these. I do not have any need for those right now. I don't have any need for that. That'll give me plenty of space. Oh, maybe they already kicked him out at this point, the other guy that's there. Didn't think there was anything else in here, but just curious. Okay. It looks like there are only 3, so I have one of these 3. So, West Twilight Town. I'm assuming there's a west, east, and center, and it's only those 3. Oh no, there's just a west and a center. That's easy enough. Alright. West, just check this clump of grass, all the clumps of grass. I checked all these, so I'm pretty sure this is the one that I have. But just check all these, and there will be one there. Behind the westmost house, I'm pretty sure we don't have this one. Yep, there's one right there. And then the last one is an East Twilight Town. Which is behind, or between, the fence and the tree here. It says. The fence near the tree in the south area. Oh, so it's behind the fence part of it, so I need to hug the fence. Yeah. Okay, it's behind the barrels. That wasn't very clear. And based on where the picture is here, it might be slightly different from the... Or maybe they just picked it up from the very far right angle, but that looks very different from the picture I was looking at. So yeah, you could have gotten that one immediately when you got there. You could have gotten all 3 of those, actually. You didn't need any abilities or anything. Oops. Looks like I didn't do a very good job of picking those up when I first was here, but that's all of them now. Twilight Trail, I'll quickly go over them. There's only 2. One you is right behind the tree that you have to toilet paper roll under. You just go to the back part of the tree and it's there. In that same panel, the pipe that you take to get to the background, it's behind that. And I don't think there's any others for that. Yeah, it's just those two. So that's pretty simple. Let's go directly to Creepy Steeple rather than taking the pathway there. As fun as it would be to try to track down another Amazy Daisy, I'm going to leave that alone. We've already done that, so let's not do it again. It looks like there are 5, and let's take a look at the percentage to see if that matches. Yes, I've got 4 of these 5. Let's see which one I think I'm missing here. Ooh, I actually don't know which of those I'm missing. I don't think it's the first one here, but we'll check them all, I suppose. Truthfully, I thought I got all 5 of these. Hello, little ghost friends. No, I don't want to fight you. I thought we were friends. You do have a mini Mr. Mini, but I don't care enough to go and pick that up from you. Plus, I wouldn't kill you just for a mini Mr. Mini. Oh, really? You put it, like, at the far end of that? That's weak. Alright, fine. I'll actually, like, mash proper here. You're not gonna get me that time, sucker. Yeah, these can be one-shotted as well. Dude! I don't want to fight you. Fine. I'll fight this one just because it's literally one. There we go. Done. Sure, I'll hang on to that, I guess. So yeah, I guess if you first strike them, it's looking like you probably are not going to get any items from them. It's probably just going to be that one singular coin that they drop, but that's not much of a surprise. Alright, first one on the list for Creepy Steeple is the gates right here, behind the gates. If you hug this back wall, you'll find it. I was pretty sure we had that one. That was the one I was the most confident in. This one is in the same room, but slightly varied between the GameCube and the Switch version. I think it's this room here where you toilet paper roll into it. Yep, we can talk to this guy. In the GameCube version, it is in the back of this room behind a hole to the north entrance. It's like here-ish. In the Switch version, it's back behind this barrel, which I think means that, yeah, this is the one we were missing. Nice. The remaining ones are in the room with the staircase that you can move back and forth. You ground pound in, like, the middle right of the room. If the staircase is in the center, it's just directly to the right of that, and you'd get one. In the back area of the room where you freed the booze, where you are towards the end of the chapter, you go to the right rather than the left and get a star piece there. And then in the room where the parrot is, you ground pound in there, and you'll get the last one. While we're here, hello. Quiz me. See how bad I suck at this. Remember those stat? Oh yeah, you told me this one already was 4 hits. I went straight back to camp first. It was a toad, because again, Crump stopped to mess with you. What's the name of the toad? Yeah, okay. This one was... I picked Pine Tea Junior, or Pine Tea Senior, I think, one of these two, and I was wrong. So I'm actually going to look this one up. It says Thrifty. Alright, so it's not senior or junior. Oh, it's a Peachy Peach. Thank you. I'll take that. I don't got many of those. Those are kind of a pain to go and get, so if I remember right from where they are, I might be thinking of another item. But I'll take it. I mean, it's a free item. I know that's used in a couple things. Alright, so let me double check, but I believe that is it for Chapter 4. Looks like it. Art gallery. I'm actually really curious about this one. There could be some really cool stuff in here. Rooms, pathway up. I want to see the sketches though. The sketches are what, like, that does look really cool. That could be a background, honestly, for like a computer background. I want to see the sketches though. Those are what I'm most interested in. Yeah, so here's like designing how everything connects together. Yeah, man, that is like very heavily like Tim Burton inspired, and I love it. Especially with like the point on the house right there on the left one, how the moon looks in the top right. Oh, these are so cool. Why does Flurrie look so weird in that shot on the top left? She looks really like annoyed / upset too. But Flurrie's not the party member you get in this chapter. Was she initially designed to be? Were you initially going to get her here? I don't know. It looks initially like Mario's got a different way to like use her gust attack. He has like a flower or something in his hand. I do like that little guy with the cowboy hat near the middle. Like if you're looking right at the center of the screen and go one to the left, I do like that little guy. Little friend. That also looks like a plant from Plants vs. Zombies just below him too. Okay, so with that, we would move to Chapter 5, Keelhaul Key. So we've got Keelhaul Key itself and Pirate's Grotto. We don't have all of those in either one yet. You know what? Let's take the path back. Why not? Let's save. Let's do it one more time for old time's sake. We'll see if we can find an Amazy Daisy. But if it's not an Amazy Daisy sprite on the overworld, I'm going to run from it and then just first strike kill it. I'm going to try to first strike kill it. Hey! Guess what we ran into? On the first go-around, no less. Cool. Alright, well, if that's the case... what do I want to do here? Nah, I think we're good to go, like, full offense on these. Plus, we can art attack the other two out, so it gives us more freedom with what we can do with our party member here. Yeah, only 5 left. Yeah, I can easily get him with anybody. So I've got the most confidence in doing this correctly with Gambella. Yeah, that's still 40 star points. That's still good. It's still a decently valid way to level up even this late in the game. So maybe I will, like, actually just let them run into me, and then if I don't see it, I'll just run and first strike kill it. The only reason I'm doing it this way is I assume if I first strike kill it and there is an Amazy Daisy in there, that it's not going to give it to me. Which would be fair. Hello. I suppose you have an Amazy Daisy in there, do you? Nope. Nice try. Not falling for that again. Almost just wonder if, like, on average, it'll make that harder if it's catching that you're, like, running away multiple times in a row. Because even games like Earthbound have, like, a weird formula for running away of it's, like, highest level of character minus highest level of enemy times main character speed times 10 or something like that for your percentage. It's some weird thing. I don't remember what it is specifically. Okay. Chapter 5. Yep, that is a pipe to Keelhaul Key. Thank you for letting me know that. Do kind of wish that that wasn't there. So whenever you're trying to jump into the pipe, you can't jump in from the front. We'll start with Keelhaul Key since we're already here. The second one on this list is here. Like, it's just literally right here. The first one on the list, however, is back here by this rock. Excuse you? Thank you. I might have moved this slightly based on where I'm seeing it in the image. Yep, right there. It looks a little bit different, but yeah. It is over by the beach on the far east where your boat would be parked if you've already cleared the chapter. If not, it's just where Mario first shows up after the whole shipwreck incident happens. Next is behind this rock, back here. We've already gotten this one, I'm pretty sure. Immediately east of Keelhaul Key, the first clump of grass, which is right here, has one. Best to get around these guys. There we go. In this area that has a lot of platforming sections and also the piranha plants, I'm going to try to first strike kill. I don't know if it's going to let me. Nope, it actually will. That's cool. It should be this. No, it's behind a root. Never mind, it's not on it. Get out of here. Yeah, behind the root in the south area with many platforms on Keelhaul Key. So if you just hug this wall, it looks like I've already got this one. But if you hug this wall, you should be able to spot it. It's looking like it'll be the last one that I somehow missed. Which surprises me, because I don't feel like I missed that one either. Yeah, I had a feeling I wasn't going to get past him. Actually, you know what I realized we could also be doing? Just appeal with one person to get the star power back and then run away with the other. The last one on the Keelhaul Key section is basically right before the Pirate's Grotto. Just before where the little markers for the red and blue guys that you have to hit and ground pound are. Oh, we did miss that one, yeah. It's right there in the rock in the foreground. That should be the only one we're missing for here. Yep. Alright. Pirate's Grotto. Only 4? Are you sure? I thought I had a weird, like, percentage for this one. No? Okay, so I've got 3 or 4 of these. Oh, that's a different spot. I think I know which of these I'm missing. I'm pretty certain. But we'll go through it anyway. If I see any of these rooms along the way, because I don't remember where that specific room is all that well. Dude, I did this last time I was here. Knock it off. Where I kept hitting the springboards on the way down. I tried to jump, and I, like, did not commit to going forward or backward because I wanted the coin, and yeah, that's why you commit to your jumps. Even if there's a pretty good chance you can be wrong, by not committing, you are absolutely going to mess it up and make it even worse. Oh, that was the little spikes there. Yeah, so this says, on a small island in the south of the tower, west room in the Pirate's Grotto. Based on what I'm seeing in the picture, it would be right here. I was pretty sure we had this one, so that's what it looks like it is. I probably could have made that, but it's fine. I suppose those cannons are still there, are they? Dude, please. Please just go. Please. Thank you. This room specifically, because it says the room above the waterfall. Dude, I was trying to get ready to get hit with the ultimate 1-2 punch called appealing to the crowd and then just GTFOing. What? Dude, I didn't miss that. Fine, you recover your health. I'm just going to do the same thing again and expect a different result. But because it's technology, you know what? I'm going to get a different result. It's just not going to do that twice in a row where it's like, oh, I'm sorry, the 1% that you didn't hit the button for. Yeah, that's going to be what counts. Letting you do that again, boy. Jackass. Yeah, this room right here. I remember the big bomb-bomb. That was why I checked at the ground pound. I was holding left. Why did it go down and to the right? There's two different directions you could have picked, and both of them were wrong. Out of here. I think this is the one I'm missing. And I was correct. Cool. So yeah, under a panel in the northeast corner of the room, just above the big waterfall. The remaining ones are in the front barrel in the left high place in the storage room. That was the one that had all the, like, the barrels and the storage stuff, as it said, where you had the chains that went up and down. You hop up there and land in the barrel that's closest towards the screen. And then the room that had a bunch of parabuzzies, there was a spot you could ground pound directly in the center. And that's where it would be. Also, more arts. Oh, that looks so pretty. I had a feeling like this stuff would look the prettiest because it's going to have like a lot of bright colors, but also a lot of dark colors too because of how the Pirate's Grotto contrasts with Keelhaul Key. So you got like a lot of bright greens and blues, but a lot of dark blues as well. There's Bobber getting drunk up there on the top right panel there. That looks sick as hell. Cortez just being a G like he is. Yeah, look at the detail on that island too. Wow. And yeah, these are new. Unless that's like year and month, but I think that's month and year. That's October of 22 that this picture was done. Unless that's like the 22nd of some month in 2010, but that wouldn't make any sense. It's got to be 10/22. So October of 2022. There's the changing. That's probably a good call on changing Bobbery of how he used to look, of not going with the army. I mean, if you're going to have him be like an admiral, maybe go with, you know, more navy colors than army. I'm glad they gave Flavio the long nose. He looks too much like the guy in Mario RPG, the Todovsky composer. Otherwise. Also, that bottom right, Bomb-Omb, that's just a Kirby character. That's what that is. That's straight up a Kirby character. Alright. That's it for Chapter 5. 2 more to go. First, we gotta get out of here. Tragically, I do think you have to take the long way back, as Cortez is no longer down there because he's ferrying the ship outside. So if you go there, there just won't be anything. Which is also why there's no pickups and stuff inside the ship, because you can't get back there. Look, getting back out is actually not that hard. I would be curious to see like what my total percentage of all the star pieces was now. How many do we have on us? Probably like 20, yeah, 25, 26. I feel like that's going to be enough for basically all the stuff that we can trade with her. But I could be wrong, because, like, if that's all of them, like, what do we need the remaining ones for? Like, I don't think you use them for anything else. Unless there's, like, some hidden badge that only shows up after you've bought everything else, which I guess is possible. I don't think I've ever actually 100%ed getting all the star pieces. I might have done it once, maybe. Not 100% sure on that. I know I've gotten, like, all the badges and done all the recipes before, but I'm not completely sure about that one. Maybe we'll find out. I don't know. Alright. Back in the sewers. Back on the map. We are looking for... Yes, the Excess Express. Please tell me we don't have to go back to... Thank God we don't have to go back to Riverside Station. Excess Express, totally done. Riverside Station, totally done. Poshley Sanctum does not have any. Poshley Heights, 50%. There's probably one more that I'm missing there. Alright. Yep, that is a pipe to Poshley Heights. Thank you for letting me know that. So very quickly on the train itself, this first one actually varies between GameCube and Switch version. In Cabin 4, which is where the ghost is, the panel is either in the southwest corner of that cabin or the center. That's a very small change. You would probably find that either way pretty easily. There's a panel in the engine room on the far right room. There's one in the drawer in cabin 008, which is where the bombs are, if you're currently playing that one. If you give the pot that was stolen back to the chef, you get one. If you give the earrings, the shell earrings, back to the waitress in the dining car, she will give you one. Riverside Station has one, which is in the gear room, where you have to do all that platforming. There's one behind the final gear there. So now, in Poshley Heights, let's start back at the beginning. Also, I've got a message. Check. Yep, no cowboy hat partner. Sorry. That would have been nice. I would have been down with a cowboy hat partner. Alright, so first is... I completely forgot you could even do this. There's like a little section you can... Yeah, go through the wall right here. I think you can get back out and get to like a badge or something here. There's definitely a room with a badge that I skipped earlier where I just forgot to go in there. but it wasn't a badge of great importance. It's not in this house, though. So yeah, it's just in the hedge there. One is right here, which I somehow missed. Wow, that's impressive. Those are probably the only two. I probably have the other ones. Yep, looks like it. The other two are just to the left of Goldbob's house behind that blue chair back there. And then the one that's on the other side of Poshley Heights inside of that little hedge maze, quote unquote. It's not much of a maze, though, on the far left of that. Chapter 6 Art Gallery. This should, yeah, I was about to say, this should have a lot of really pretty shots, too, of, like, the train at different times during the day. Inside of the train at different times. Dining car. Riverside Station. Poshley Heights. These aren't any things that you can't really see. You can get a pretty good sweeping shot of these, but that does not make them look any less pretty. So yeah, this is designing the train. Designing Poshley Heights. Poshley Heights actually kind of doesn't... Well, I mean, it's probably because it's a sketch, but, you know, they make the grass look more kempt and done in the final product. It's more of a stand-in here. So Zip Toad was initially a little bit changed, not too much. Most of these characters were kept largely the same. It's the only one that's changed to any degree is the business guy with the glasses. Face looks a little bit different in the glasses on him. That's about the only difference. Otherwise, they look pretty much the same. Guess not a lot changed for that one. Oh, right, I was going to check for that badge that I said I probably missed. Was it in here? Yeah, here it is. HP Drain Partner Badge. Well, I did say that it was a badge of not very much importance, and I wasn't lying. $28 star pieces. Alright, if that's it for Poshley. Moon and X-Naut Fortress are both done. Fahr Outpost, probably missing 1 out of 3. And Path to Fahr Outpost, all. So it's just gotta go get that one at Fahr Outpost. That's not too bad. I'm glad I did double check everything on the moon because I really didn't want to have to go back there. Especially not in the low gravity spot where you move like a slug. Do I look like Randy? I'm not gonna lay there like a slug like it was my only defense. Well, it says that this doesn't count as the Path to Fahr Outpost, but now I'm not completely convinced. It looks like they're lumping these together all in one thing, so maybe I'll start at the end of this and go forward that way. Oh, actually, no, I think... Well, no, maybe that's not it. I don't know. Only 3 of these are actually in the village, but I think this is the one I'm missing right here. Maybe right in front of the cannon? Yep. Though there's 6 here, so I might actually be missing 1 more. Nope, that was the only one. Alright, so in quick order with Fahr Outpost and also the Path to Fahr Outposts, when you get out of the warp pipe, whenever you first start this chapter, there's a panel you can ground pound that is immediately to the left of the pipe. In Fahr Outpost, the area where the giant cannon is that's got the small hut, the small blue hut, go towards the foreground and hug that wall, and on the left side you'll find it. There's one hiding behind a little box on the left side of General White's house, inside of the house, the one I just picked up with that was next to the cannon. One in a clump of grass heading to Fahr Outpost that's in the foreground. You can actually see it through the grass itself pretty easily. One on the south wall, one panel before Fahr Outpost, so just to the right of Fahr Outpost, or just to the left if you're leaving. And those are all the ones for Fahr Outpost. I already showed the 3 that were in the Moon and X-Naut Fortress respectively. So, last but not least, Art Gallery for Fahr Outpost and by extension the Moon. Oh, that looks super cozy. Yeah, going back to this one real quick. That's one of the things I actually do think I like a little bit more about the original game compared to this one. I think I do like Shiver City compared to Fahr Outpost a tiny bit more. Getting to, like, solve the mystery and all that felt like there was more to do in Fahr Outpost, but there was still the path to the Crystal Palace and also the Crystal Palace itself. So it felt like you had 3 separate sections that were all fully fleshed out. Really, the only one that feels completely and fully fleshed out is just the moon, because most of going to Fahr Outpost is just hunting down General White, but you're not actually in Fahr Outpost. And the moon, outside of getting the items and the star pieces and the fights, you just go to the right over and over. Like, there's nothing of real note. There's nothing that stands out, nothing like that. So, one of the things I think the original game has over 1,000 year, for sure. Different versions of the moon here. Yeah, making the little crater like that you had to jump out of, I don't think that was in the original. Oh, that looks super cool. You see how that's... You don't really get to see that, this pulled back part of the camera here at all. That looks very different from what I had imagined in my head. Hi, Tech. Oh, these are super pretty. That top right picture of the bomb, I'm just looking down very curiously. And here's, of course, the moon. That's a very different way of looking at Fahr Outpost, with everything looking more wooden than modernized. Here's a bunch of characters that are not part of Chapter 7. Some of them are, but most of these are not. We've got Ms. Mowz and her different variations, her alter ego. I don't recognize the guys on the right middle at all next to the Bomb-Omb. The colored ones, like below Don Pianta and his associates. Maybe those were what they had initially planned, and then they changed them to Piantas, maybe? Could have had them be those guys instead. Very interesting. So all we're missing is just the Chapter 8, and we've got everything in the underground, so it is something in Rogueport itself that I'm missing. So I think I'll do a full lap of everything that's shown as Rogueport, because there are a few different parts in the chapters, because there's some in the prologue, some in 1, some in 2, 3, 5. Yeah, so it could be a fair few ones that I'm missing here. I think I'm going to start with going to the Rogueport in Chapter 5, because I feel like this would be the most likely one to miss. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss this one, though, because this is like one of my favorite little areas to go to. This is not the right way, by the way. You don't have to go all the way from the right down to where this little hidden thing is. It's just in the harbor. And I know this wasn't a case of getting it wrong on the other file, because I'm not that far in the other file. I do love this area, though. It's like a perfect place to just get away from it all. Oh, apparently I did miss it. Oh, it's because the chest was there. I thought the chest was the only thing. So that must have been what I was missing, which means... There we go. Now we can see the Rogueport Gallery. Frankly's house stuffed full of books that he can't reach. 1,000-Year Duel. With 2 Marios, there's one on the left and one in the center. I don't know what that's about. There we go. This is what I want to see. Oh, this looks so nice. This looks amazing. This gives like the 3D detail that not necessarily the paper style can truly complement necessarily, which is not a bad thing. It's just different. So it's seeing it in a very different way. Wow, that one on the right looks insane in a good way. Some of these might be the Palace of Shadow or like leaning towards it. Oh, we could have had a fire partner? That would have been sick as fuck. What? I knew about the Chain Chomp partner, because they were talking about doing that, I think, for Sticker Star, and it was something that ultimately got scrapped. I didn't know about them having a fire partner, though. That would have been sick. I guess they ultimately decided they wanted to do, like, a wind-based outside party member influence, like with Flurrie, using the wind effects instead of the fire. I would have kind of been down for a fire sprite, though. That would have been pretty cool. We never really got anything kind of close to that, did we? I guess Watt would have been the closest thing we would have gotten. Well, damn. Oh, well. That's a bummer, though. That would have been so cool. That would have been an interesting party member to have, because it'd be like one of, oh yeah, if like people try to make direct contact with that, obviously they're going to get burned. Oh well. Can't win them all, right? I wonder if this guy's got any new stuff in stock, since we've kind of just been running all over the place. Well, I did say I want to get all the badges, even though I don't care about Peaches, because, you know, why would you have Peach when you could have Bowser, obviously? But since we now have all the star pieces up to the point we can, and I'm pretty sure we can get all the ones from the girl's star piece collection, let's just go grab everything else and we'll see how we're doing on badges at that point. And I'll grab everything I possibly can that's not behind the Thousand Year Door itself. Because I'm pretty sure Triple Dip at the very least is behind the Thousand Year Door. Maybe we can't get them all. We can get pretty close, I think. Oh, we already have all these too, so it's not that big a deal which ones I buy. Well, we'll just get them all and grab all the expensive ones, I guess. Oh no, we actually have enough to exactly get them all. There you go. Thanks to you, Guy. My star piece collection is even bigger. You have anything else to say now that you don't have anything else? Oh, but I'm all out of badges. I'm so sorry, Guy. Oh, that's all. So is there not any for the Palace of Shadow? Yeah, I guess not. So that's all the star pieces in the game. Nice. 100%. Excellent. That's one less thing we gotta worry about. Alright, well, if that's the case, let's go to the next obvious, which is the Tatalog. I'm going to say not right now because, again, we still have, like, that one will basically have to beat the game before we start there, because you'll have, like, the final boss, you'll have Grotto, all that fun stuff. So I wouldn't expect to see this be fully done right out of the gate. And plus, you've still got the ones that would be in the Pit of 100 Trials as well, because there are some enemies that you can only find in there. The boss at the bottom of it that you can only find there. The refights in the Glitz Pit, because Sir Swoop is there, which we've seen him before, but you never fight him in the normal run-through of that game. Here we go. We never got to show this off either. Since I messed up on beating that Cross Yucks and did not get the Mini Yucks, this is where you can find the scraps of paper. This is only for enemies that you have beaten that you are not able to encounter anywhere else. So ones that are locked behind it will make sure you can still get this. Found a scrap of paper in the garbage can with info about Mini X-Yucks, or Mini Cross Yucks. Then transfer to your Tatalog. Cool. Alright. So Tatalog, Crystal Stars, I mean, we have all of those. The badge list, 74 out of 86. There are 12 that we are missing. Alright. There's a badge tier list? Excuse me? Might have to look at that later. Oh, these aren't going to put them in order, are they? like for them to be in order. Could we find a guide that does that? What is the best badge on this guide? It's saying quick change, which I feel like you can make a pretty good argument for that. So what's the first one I have on my list? Is power jump and multi bounce. Okay, so this one's got them in order. So after double dip is of course triple dip. Let's see. Oh no, it's not. It's double dip partner actually. And we can get that one. I'm actually going to look this one up. I could have sworn it was triple dip. I want to see like a picture where this is. It says it's found twice. One's in the Pit of 100 Trials. But there is another one. Not that there's much point to stacking these, because obviously that's not how that works, but okay. You could do that, I suppose, if you really wanted to. If you felt like that and was, you know, everything you wanted and needed in life. So yeah, while I could wait for the Pit of 100 Trials to get that, I'm just going to go get it now. And when we get the second one, then great. I guess we'll just have a second one. I should have figured there'd be at least one more like this, though, because the first Pretty Lucky that I got, I always remember where that one is, because that's the first badge, one of the, if not the first badge in the game you can get. Even before Frankly gives you the first one and gives you the tutorial on how to equip them, you can still get that one first. So I should have figured there'd be more invisible blocks with badges like that, and I think I've found at least one more that might be this one before, but I don't remember for sure. Is it just these two panels and then we're outside of Fahr Outpost? Yeah, okay. So around a tree near the west side of the outpost, that's the hint that I have here. Don't you love words like around and somewhere near? Like, I almost feel like I hit something and got stuck on it right there, but I guess not. Let's see if I can find like a picture for this one, honestly. I don't need to be jumping around like a drunken zombie here. No, I don't see that. And it just says, like, one of these badges is found in Fahr Outpost where Mario must find a cleverly placed invisible block around a tree near the west side of the outpost. Not any others like in the foreground or anything? I don't think there is. Watch this be one that isn't in the Switch remake, like you can't find it. In the Switch version, it's only in the GameCube, and the other ones just got it hidden in the Pit of 100 Trials. And also, like, how close is close? Like, I'm sticking to the snow here, because I'm like, well, that's the closest point to the trees, but it could theoretically be not all that close. That's what I'm looking for. pictures of it, no video of it. I don't know, man. But I also feel like if it's definitely in the Pit of 100 Trials, I'm okay with not. Like, I'm okay with waiting for that. I know at least one more is going to be there, so I don't expect to get them all while doing this side questing stuff. Next to Power Plus partner is FP Drain, which should be at the badge house, and it's not when last I checked. Get another look here. The good news about jumping around like this is I can also check with the other guy that occasionally sells stuff. Like, he sold the Hammerman and the Jumpman, like the Charlieton guy. That's what his name is on here anyway. So if that's wrong, then, well, you can blame NintendoLife.com, I suppose. It's also possible that this is referring to the original and not the Switch remake again, so... Any of these I don't have? Nope. What was the one that said I had 2 of? Oh, just close call. Let's look up another set of... this guide, just to be absolutely sure. Maybe this guide will be in order. God, I'm so tired of seeing that advertisement on YouTube. This looks to have them in order, perhaps? Oh no, this is going in, like, game order. Okay, well, then we can go to Fahr Outpost and see where it is. Money Money looks like you actually have to do that quiz that was at Creepy Steeple until you get it. Interesting. Double dip partner. Oh, I was looking in the wrong area. It said in Fahr Outpost, it's on the path to Fahr Outpost, but it's not in Fahr Outpost. Back we go. Also, if you can hear some occasional thumping and whatnot, that's the toddler next door smashing around and making noise. So if you hear somebody yell at her, it's probably her dad. Because she'll do that for about 10 minutes, and then eventually he'll just get fed up and scream at her. It's great, ain't it? And if you're saying, like, oh, well, shouldn't you report something like that? I just did to you. There you go. Done. Now it's somebody else's problem. Welcome to the United States. We do that a lot. Well, thankfully, we don't have to go very far out of Fahr Outpost, because it's just right there. So it's like one panel away from that, and then it's the far right tree, or the first tree you'd run across if you're going to the left. Shouldn't take too terribly long. I can't tell if I like or hate how, like, the ice looks on the ground. Not the snow, but specifically the part where you can see the brown ground and then the ice underneath it. That is accurate to how it would look, just not sure if I like it. Oh wow, even those get killed by the first strike. That's surprising. Oh no, we do have to go a little bit farther. Okay, well, good thing we've got this first strike on. And then a fart can come and get in the way anyway. They say lucky, but I feel like what's truly lucky is the fact that I'm not going to deal with this fight. Bye! They are definitely making it more difficult to run away from those fights, though. Oh, that's why. Apparently it considers the clouds harder than the piranha plants? That seems completely backward, but okay. I'd argue the piranha plants are harder because if you don't have the spike shield, you can't jump on them, and they have more health, and I think they also do more damage. But if you say so. At least they give good EXP. I don't think it's this one yet because there's no path on the ground. It's just all snow. So it might be one more over. Yeah, this looks right. Dude! Man, I thought he was going to come from the left, and he came from the right. He came cheerfully to seek up. Not do a good job with that, but it still gave it to me. Oh, great, thanks. Appreciate that. Forgot we still had that POW block. Oh no, this might not be it either. No, because there's less bushes back here. I'm not even going to try to first strike you. I'm just going to ignore you. Yes, maybe it's on the far left, so like it's the first panel here. This could be it. Yeah, there it is. Double dip partner. Lets your partner use up to 2 items in a row during battle. That's a very oddly specific thing to want to do, but okay. Alright. So probably my best option for figuring out the badge list is a combination of that video and also knowing which one is which. So FP Saver, I think is what that one was. Purplest Partner. Where is it? Is this the wrong guide I was looking at? That's Power Rush. Yeah, this is the wrong one I was looking at. Where was the other one I was looking at? That one had them in a better order. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Oh no, this isn't it either. Also, that gets me worried. One of the guides down here is saying, this is a list of all 87 badges. On screen, I'm seeing 86 total. Okay, this looks like an actual correct order. This one is, yeah, because Jumpman, Hammerman, P up, D down. Okay, yeah, this looks correct. So this is supposed to be all or nothing. I'm pretty sure I know where all or nothing is. I think that guy sells it. Oh, it's not. Okay, it's in the Palace of Shadow, which is behind the 1,000-year door. So that one we could not possibly have yet. P up, D down, partner is... Sorry, my stomach is rumbling and it's driving me crazy. Yeah, P up, D down, partner is also in the Palace of Shadow, so we can't have that one yet. What about P down, D up? Partner. That leads us to an advertisement. Awesome. Could we let me put that away? sure this is correct? Oh, it's another hidden block, isn't it? Yep, sure enough. Alright, well, I know where that is. Let's go get it. Fall for your tricks again. That does make me think of like fighting those with like genuinely wondering what is the best way to grind for money in this game. That's as simple as just Googling it, but would be interesting to know. It's probably something like save scumming. Like in the first Paper Mario game, save scumming is the obvious way. You go play the games in like the underground casino or whatever and just save scum to get the maximum coin amount, and there you go, done. Well, guess where we're going? We're going back to the butt-ass ugly woods. I know, I'm excited too, he said, lying through his teeth. But again, thankfully, I know exactly where this is, so... Actually might not be true. Do I need to take a left or a right? I'm pretty sure I need to take a right. I'm pretty sure it's actually this panel right here. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna deal with those idiots. Thanks. Jump up here and go to the background, and at some point here... There we go. Reduce the damage your partner deals and receives by 1. Consider also not doing that. Alright, so there's that. After defend plus partner is double pain, that doubles the damage that Mario takes. I feel like this might also be one that's sold, but I could be wrong about that. Double dip. It's not going to show it on here, huh? Oh, it's probably under the lovely House of Badges shop. Yeah, sure enough. Alright, well, let's see though. And yep, double pain is in there. Okay, so I'll go back and check for that one in a second here. But let's make sure that whatever is after Pretty Lucky Partner, which is Lucky Day, I'm pretty certain Lucky Day is a Pit of 100 Trials thing. It is, yep. Okay, so we'll skip that one for now. Flower Saver Partner next to that one is Pity Flower, where Mario takes damage, occasionally recover 1 FP. I couldn't tell you for the life of me where Pity Flower is. It is also in the Pit of 100 Trials. Okay, then I'm not going to worry about Pity Flower. After Spike Shield, we're missing 2, which is Zap Tap and Return Postage. I'm pretty sure Return Postage is the final thing from the Pit of 100 Trials, and I'm decently certain that Zap Tap is another thing in the Pit of 100 Trials. Zap Tap is Return Postage. Yep, I was correct. That is the final reward. It makes direct attacks take half the damage that they do. So we would not be seeing any of those. After the Feeling Fine, we have Refund and Money Money. Refund, I'm kind of surprised we haven't run across yet. Where is that one? I feel like that might also be a Palace of Shadow. Oh, it's not. We can get that one. And that's actually back on the way to check where if the guy is selling double pain or not is anyway. So that works out. Because that one's in Rogueport. That's really weird. I don't remember some of those being in the Palace of Shadow. The All or Nothing I remember. Because I actually kind of like using All or Nothing. It is a very high risk, high reward. Because it doesn't cost a lot of badge points to use. But as one would imagine, if you mess up the All part, guess what you get? Well, you know what? This might be a good time as any, but first... Sir, please? Nope, you ain't got crap. I'm buying this just to try to, like, reset your stock here. Oops, sorry, Yoshi. No, go down the pipe and come back up and see if he's changed his stock. If he doesn't have anything I want, I'll do that again and see if he's changed it a second time. If he doesn't change it the first time, then I'm going to assume that he probably will not change it at all. But at that point, we probably have to leave and go into one of those other pipes, which wouldn't take long, but I suppose we could do that. It would be preferable if I just had to go down the one, but we'll see here. Nope, it doesn't look like it. Right, I'm gonna double check and make sure that he's actually like doing a new set. So Jam and Jelly Boost, Sheet, and Stopwatch. That's what he's got right now. If I have to pick up some of those, then I guess, but... If it's like a, I don't restock until you've bought something, and then I just restock the one item with something new. Just because that little icon popped up, I'm not even going there anymore. I'm gonna go back to Keelhaul Key. We'll hang out with the pirates. That'll learn them. Alright, let's see if that did it. I gotta figure that probably did, but I could be wrong. It could be timed for all I know that he resets his stock. He did reset. He still has the boost sheet and the stopwatch, but the Jam and Jelly is gone in favor of the Ultra Mushroom, but when we came here was for double pain. Cool. Alright, the other one that we can go pick up right now, which is Refund, as it turns out, is in Pianta Parlor. Oops. Which means that we probably did see this at some point, and I probably even pointed it out that it was here, but nope. I guess I messed it up. I'm gonna buy 50 of these. I'm gonna try, like, playing one game, and if it looks like it's gonna be something that's too hard for me to do, then I'll just buy enough to get the 60 Pianta tokens that I need. I feel like I would have better luck with the plain game than the paper game. That's just a guess. I don't know for sure. Explain the rules, just so I don't screw this up because I'm being stupid. See how far you can fly. The farther you fly, the more Piantas you win. If you land on one of the platforms with numbers, you get a bonus. If you land on a penalty tile, you'll lose Piantas, so be careful when landing. Alright. I feel like the bonus or penalty is probably more important than the actual distance that you're making, but what do I know? Maybe the paper one's even easier. I don't know. Oh, that was just showing me. I was like, am I about to, like, just get off-screen killed here? Like, what the hell's going on? Alright, I follow now. That did not count as a +1. I will fully own that that should not have counted as a +1. Not anywhere close. So that gives me 12. I also picked up 9. And then I got the bonus of 1. Alright, well. So I gained 12 on my first go-around, basically. That's not too bad. Yeah, it's a new record. Look at that. I did a thing. I'm returning to the counter. Quit while you're ahead when you gamble. The other best way to win is just to not gamble at all. But I was not left with a choice other than buying more Piantas, and I didn't want to do that either. So. I'll trade in my winnings. And while we're here, is there any other thing that I don't own on these? Like for the badges. I already have that, have that, have that. I think it's just refund. Yep. Okay, cool. I like how you can buy more of these. I wonder if they stack, where you could just stick like 8 refunds on you. I used an item, and now you get 36 million coins. That would be funny, but I feel like it would be unlikely. Alright, refund. Already talked about what this one was, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that was money, money. We can go do money, money, I suppose. While I'm waiting for that advertisement to go away, I suppose we'll head back. I feel like the advertisements would be fine if they just played like 1 or even 2 at the beginning, but the fact that they have to like keep cutting off the video every 5 minutes to play more advertisements, and now ad block is something that's on YouTube's radar, and now they're actively deciding, hey, we're gonna like slow down your YouTube if you've got ad block on. Just, God. What a dick thing to do. It does say if you get all 15 of the questions right, so maybe it's like there's 5 sets of those 3. But this looks like it's asking for the full amount. I'm gonna double check this. I don't want to have the sound on and be annoying for y'all, so I'm not gonna do that, but... Apparently this is different in the original? Question mark? It's got a drop rate, a really low drop rate. Holy crap, in the original. 1,000-year door can be bought from the Pianta parlor for 234 tokens. Well, we know that's not true because we've already seen that, unless... That's not the right button. It does also say on here, with the platinum card, which I don't have, I have the silver, so that could possibly be it. It also says it can be rarely dropped by Dark Booze Bill Blasters and Bombshell Bill Blasters. It's a 2 out of 300 for the drop rate, so it's, like, not even a %. It can also be won by answering one of the creepy Steeple Booze quizzes. Let's click on this. Okay, so you have to go through 6 quizzes. That's actually not too bad. I would much rather do that than try to get the drop rate or wait until we're done with the Trouble Center, but especially with the drop rate, because fuck that. Like, even with Item Hog, that would still be insane. Even if that was 2 out of 100, that would take forever. There we go. Let's avoid our little friends over there. I'm trying to remember, I think it was the toilet paper one. Yep, it's the toilet paper one. Hi, I'm back. Let's do it. What did the waitress on the XS Express lose? I'm like 95% sure that it's the shell earrings. Yes it is. What sort of brain does Detective Pennington claim to have? It's improbably large. The golden brain. I probably could have guessed that without looking at the answer. What's the name of the hotel in Poshley Heights? Ooh, I think it's Grand Poshley, but I'm not sure. No, it's Royal Poshley. Oh, thanks, I think. Do I even have space for that? No, I got plenty of space for that. Alright, the important question is, can I leave the room and come back, or do I need to go out the door? Oh good, I can just leave the room and come back, thank you. I appreciate that. Bub's father is named Gold Bob, what's his mother's name? Well, since it's based on silver, Sylvia is the closest one, and I know it's not any of those other ones anyway. Question 2. If you stay at the end in Fahr Outpost, what will you find on the table? Space food. Find a poison cake. Question 3. Which crystal star was found inside the X-Naut fortress? The crystal star. That's the only other actual star there, and that's the one from Hooktail. So, yeah, it is crystal star. He drops a shooting star, because I can also see the prizes here. I'm trying not to cheat on the quizzes. I'll mention if I actually have to look at what the answer is. Oh, he didn't come back? Maybe I do need to leave the room. I hope it's not a case of like, oh, you have to have cleared Chapter 8 before he'll show up again. That would be a pain in the ass. Let's try leaving, coming back. I wonder if this has got anything about this. It just says after beating Dupless for the first time and becoming a shadow is when you can find him in the remake. It doesn't say anything about, oh, you have to have cleared X chapter, Y chapter, whatever. Did you come back? No, you didn't come back. Well, that's not good. I don't see him on here. Why did he disappear like that? I guess we'll just leave the area and come back and see if he's there. I'm gonna fight you, Mr. Ghost. Hopefully that will fix it. I don't know why he's not there anymore. I left and came back and he let me do the third one no problem. So I don't know what shifted there. Maybe we'll find out. I probably don't even have to leave fully. I'm sure this will count going into Twilight Town. Bark, bark. So much bark, bark. Say Discord felt like it was doing that thing again where it said you had a notification and there wasn't actually anything there. Maybe that just popped up while I was looking at the other. I don't know. Either way. Sir, did you come back? Sir, you're not there. Where did you go? Are you hiding? Do I need to hide as well? And then maybe he'll show up? That's weird. Where did he go? Do I need to go fight a little ghost? Of course, I guess first striking a ghost wouldn't have counted. We would have just killed it immediately. That's a lot of ghosts. That's a lot of friends you brought. Look at all your friends. But one of those items are going to drop. Yeah. crappy-ass fire flower. I beat up a ghost. Are you proud of me? Are you gonna come back? No? I guess we'll leave the chapter completely and try to come back to him. Hopefully he'll still be there. I don't know why he disappeared. But yeah, I'll like try to leave the area completely, like go back to Rogueport sewers and jump back in. I don't know why he's not there. I'm not even seeing anything online of like, yeah, he just disappeared. I don't know where he went. Hello? I'm trying to do two things at once here, but... Let me check something real quick. Where is it? No, I do want to... There we go. Oh, these are all the From X ones. I was like, what in the world are these all saying anonymous for? Did he send me a... Oh, this might be it. Any other ghosts? Oh, no, that's a different one. Yeah, I'll try to fully leave and see if he goes away. Well. At least it doesn't take too long to get back there, because if that warp pipe to get there wasn't there, that would be a pain in the butt to go all the way back and all the way forward. If he's not there this time, I guess I'll just, like, leave him be and maybe come back to him later, and maybe he will be there. I don't know. I really hope it's not a case of, like, oh, you have to come back there post-game, and then he'll... This is not the right way. And then he'll be back with those... Because I feel like, at the very least, he should have shown up for the 4th set. The 5th set, that might be understandable. But surely by set number 4, like, are these questions that I wouldn't have the answer to or something? Oh, it might actually be. Because the first one is talking about a boss that's in the Palace of Shadow. So actually that might be why he's not here. Yeah, I think that's the case. In fact, I'm not even going to check. That's how certain I am. I think you have to come back for him later. After you've gone through. At the very least, the Palace of Shadow. Is there anything after that? Like, the other two are... ones that are from chapters 1 and 2. In the 6th quiz, there's one about the Palace of Shadow. Yeah, I gotta think that's what it is. I'm going to assume that you cannot do quizzes 4 or 5 until you've gone through the Palace of Shadow in Chapter 8. So that's probably one that we will unfortunately be doing post-game. That's a shame. Oh well. We got one of the quizzes done at least, so there's that. So since we're in this area with a bunch of the warp pipes, it would be a good time to stop and see what other badges we can get. Okay, so that was money, so that's after refund. After that, what's past first strike, or first attack rather, is bump attack, which is bump into weak foes to defeat them without battling. Bump attack brings up an advertisement. I don't need more toothpaste, thank you. And I don't need more APY on my reward checking account. I already have an account there. Please stop asking me about that. Bump attack is in the Palace of Shadow. So everything else is in the Palace of Shadow are not currently obtainable of the remaining 8. So we've gotten all the badges that we possibly can for this point. The Trouble Center notes, yeah, there's nothing there. Recipes. Gosh, do I want to do the recipes? I do think I want to do either the recipes or the Trouble Center. But I think I'm going to stop the video here and then immediately start it back up because I want to split them evenly. So this would have been like all the star pieces and all the badges that we can currently obtain. So the star pieces are done and all the badges for the time being are currently done. So we at least have that. I'm going to stay at the end because you know what? I don't think we've done that the entire time we've played through this. I don't think we've done it a single time. Take a nice little snooze. Okay. Do that and save. 69 badge points and 69 star points. It's like it was meant to be. Glorious. Alright, now that that's done though, yeah, I'm gonna take a very quick break to turn this off and back on. And then after that, I might take a quick bathroom break before I turn this back on. So give it like a minute, because I also want to check and see what I could possibly do for dinner. I might just order something, but we'll see. So I will see you in about 60 seconds, give or take. Be right back.